All right, welcome, 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 welcome. Why does this take forever to get to the right thing? I think we're at the. Yep, we are. Okay, so that's good. The chat box in. I think it was Get Even last week was. I don't know. Was um was off, so wanted to fix that before we got too far into the stream today. I am not VPN'd in, so that should not interfere with anything. And I closed the wrong thing. Let me open GOG up again. Do. Maybe. Maybe GOG will open again. Hello. I thought I double clicked it. Hit enter, make sure it's gonna run. Really? Everything was fine. I closed the wrong thing and now I can't run GOG. Let's see. You've got. It says it's running. Why did it not come up? Okay, I'm going to end that task. Let's try it again. See if it'll actually open up this time. There we go. I think when I closed it before, I didn't fully close the process. So it didn't think that, whatever. It's fine. Just dive right in. Yeah, and I, as usual, need to make a couple of adjustments. Turn this up for you guys. And then turn it down in my headphones so that I can hear myself think and talk, hear myself talk. But hopefully for you guys it's loud enough. Let's go up a little bit. It's probably good. Let me know if that's not loud enough, as usual. So we're getting toward the end of this, I think. I'm guessing we finally get Timmy saved and solve the stuff up at the castle with the Count. And then we probably will get kind of into the end game. But in the meantime, he's sleeping. I could talk to Esther. There's not a whole lot to do with her right now, though, I don't think, right?
Half-burnt wood, ash, and bits of charcoal beside the fire. We should put things in order here before we leave. The fire's still burning brightly. Esther won't let it go out all night, that's for sure. Half-burnt... Yeah, I'll let her get some rest. That was probably the hardest day for her.
Alright, okay, that's what I thought. We have the seals, right? And I'm not sure. Let's review the seals again to make sure that I'm remembering our clues for that.
The second seal is opened with the blood of innocence. The seal is already opened. Maybe the Count cut his finger peeling potatoes and then he touched the seal.
I love how Wilbur is just so innocent and unassuming.
Only the hand of the truly greatest sorcerer of all time can open this seal.
Oh, and he's assuming it has to be Alistair. And it's going to end up being Wilbur, isn't it? Even though Wilbur struggles with his self-confidence.
The third seal will only open when the word open is spoken in Ratish.
That's right. We have to lure and free Timmy, and then Timmy will be a rat again. Somehow. I don't know how we're going to do that. How are we going to turn him, like, turn were-rat mode off? I'm not sure. That's going to be an interesting one. Okay, and then
Only
fourth.
those who feel insatiable hunger can open the fourth seal. The fourth seal is already open. No idea how the Count managed that one. He never eats anything.
Okay.
The fifth seal can only be opened by the breath of death. Death breath.
The breath. That could be one of the zombies. Could technically be the Count also, I suppose.
The sixth seal is opened by the invisible key that is visible to all.
Excuse me. I'm going to have to do something with my nose. It's all itchy. Hang on. It's tore as I pulled it out, so that's good. Sorry about that. Yeah, I shouldn't. You guys don't want to see that, I'm sure. Okay,
The sixth seal is open.
the invisible key is visible to all. Yeah, so we have, I'm sure that's tied to it somehow, right? There's that framed kind of shadow of a key or whatever on the wall. I'm assuming that's it's invisible. It's actually there.
Only one of worthy heart can open the seventh and final seal.
Right, so that's probably Timmy. So we probably get Timmy for a couple of these. I would guess. But, okay. Just remind myself, so to lure Timmy, we want what? Sour wine, flute.
I can't kill one of these chickens. And even if I could, I don't want to. Sure, I mean, I like sausages and steaks and sometimes maybe a bucket of fried chickens. But that's different. Those fried chickens don't run around clucking.
There's got to be something. Can't put either of these in the bowl, so it's not like we could feed them water that they'll choke on or something. One of these. I don't know. Do this, except he says he doesn't want to kill the chickens, and when I tried last week, he also didn't want to do it, so... That's the other thing, is the chicken potentially could lure the werewolf maybe. Wait, did this? No. I didn't mean to leave. Here. This. Oh, that was for sure his reflection. I saw it peripherally, but didn't realize if it was his reflection or something else. I see.
Rocket, vinegar, and oil. Now for chicken. But where do I get chicken breast when I don't want to hurt any chickens?
Chicken breast. And I already asked down at the store, I'm pretty sure, right? Where else? I don't know. The village being abandoned obviously means that we're not going to find it just lying around in the village somewhere. There's not going to be anybody there that would give it to us, and anything left behind would be rotted by now. Assuming none of this stuff, right? Kill him because reasons? No. I mean, we might have to at some point, although I doubt it, but... I can't even look at this anymore. But I suspect maybe it's not touching this so much as somehow deflecting light or something.
Incense? Not something I really expected to find in a place this old. On the other hand, maybe the Count also noticed that it sometimes smells a little mouldy and musty in here. Incense? Not some... On the other...
Right, okay. Incense sticks. It's nothing to do for interacting with these, right? I mean, I can't imagine any of this stuff interacts, but I figured I'd look just in case. But yeah, it's like I thought. No. I mean, I think not the axe, right? Yeah, I was like, I'm not going to cut one and take it with me, so. I don't know what this does still. I mean, it rang a bell, but...
I will not kill a chicken for dinner. There has to be a better way.
Well, I'm pretty sure I've already tried, but let's ask at the store.
Hello, Mr. Mayor.
Hello, Mr. Weathervane?
Someone like you knows all about summoning ghosts, right?
What do you mean, someone like me?
Well, an expert on the occult, like yourself.
Oh, well, I actually do know a bit more about it than just how to keep the beasts at bay. I mean, I've certainly never tried to invoke a ghost. Why should I? But it is, in principle, very easy. Now, you draw a circle on the ground with chalk and a triangle outside the circle. You place a bowl of blood in the triangle. You also have to light some frankincense. Then You have to draw the symbol of the ghost you'd like to invoke on the ground while reciting a secret invocation. Yeah.
How does it go?
Come over here. Ghosts have good ears. The secret plans and put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Okay, and that's it?
Yeah, that's it.
Is the bowl with the blood in the triangle necessary?
Of course it's necessary. The blood represents the world of the living, into which you call the ghost.
Archmage Alistair isn't dead. Can I just leave the blood part out?
The occult sciences are not well suited to experiments. One mistake, and you open the gates of hell.
I'm a gnome. Every invention we come up with is close to opening the gate of hell. That doesn't scare me at all.
The blood goes in the bowl goes in the triangle. End of.
Why do we need the incense?
Well, for the atmosphere. And it would be best if you did the invocation somewhere dark with lots of candles.
Do you think ghosts really care?
It's ancient handed down knowledge. Just like the fact that necromancy is best carried out on the weekend when you've already had a bit to drink.
Okay. I'm supposed to draw the ghost symbol on the floor, but what is Archmage Alistair's symbol?
No idea. Some kind of symbol that represents him. A family crest or a seal.
He has a coat of arms. It's on his amulet. But, I just can't remember what it looks like. How about if I perform the summon in here? There's enough candles and you could assist me.
But we've only just got rid of one curse.
It wasn't a curse. And I'm summoning a friendly ghost. I ain't afraid of no ghost.
No, find somewhere else.
Ghostbusters reference.
I could conjure up the ghost near the chest. There's plenty of room and the atmosphere is suitable. And who knows, maybe the Archmage can open the remaining seals with just a wave of his wand. I never thought that it'd be so easy to summon a ghost.
Oh, well, it depends, of course, on the ghost. I mean, if you want to summon Zool, you'll also need a keymaster and a gatekeeper.
Another ghost.
For other spirits, you'll need some clay and a romantic song. Or just call their name 3 times. But if the ghost wants to make contact with you, it's really easy.
Couple of Ghostbusters references there. That's cool.
Does the triangle have to be connected to the circle? And does it have to be an isosceles triangle or just any old one? And how long should the edge be?
It doesn't matter. This is necromancy, not geometry.
Does it have to be chalk or can I use something else? Ooh, and how thick do the lines have to be?
Draw a circle on the floor with something and a random triangle somewhere outside it.
That doesn't sound much like a precise science. Do you sell chalk?
I would if I had any, but I used my last piece of chalk on the sacred circle.
I have to be getting on. Till next time.
Goodbye.
Okay, so, sir. Yeah. So the incense, of course, we could just get from there.
It's not frankincense, but these incense sticks will create some atmosphere.
A few of those. Need blood.
Seems to me the Count doesn't need a servant for his wine. He refills the glass himself. The Count seems to be a wine lover. Red wine, to be exact.
Wilbur hasn't put 2 and 2 together, obviously.
Seems to me the Count doesn't...
So, need blood, which we'll get from him, his bottle, probably later. We need something like chalk or similar. The Count when he was younger, or his buddy or brother or something. Hard to tell for sure. Count. Yeah. Look for chalk and such in here, I suppose. Maybe it shows up now that we know we need this stuff, although I feel like it's very possible it will not be here, right? We may have reached a point, how would you say, of saturation, maybe? Where we've already pretty much exhausted all findable objects from here. Use the axe on? No, we're trying to save Timmy. Alright, let me once again refer to my map. I want to go. The bounty hunter is over at the entrance to the cave. That's what we want to do. Oh. I'm not... Okay, I don't need to go through stuff anymore. Apparently, I can enter the wood and be here where Timmy is, or we can go to the cave. I can't do any additional exploring through the wood. So we'll probably run into... I don't remember her name, but Bounty Hunter? We'll probably run into her when the time comes and not before then.
Somewhere under all the muscles and teeth, there's a frightened rat. I know it. Somewhere, I just need...
Oops.
Somewhere, I just need to find a way to get through to Timmy.
Through to Timmy, yeah. This neckerchief's not enough. We don't have anything from Remy.
Maybe the villagers wouldn't have been so easily frightened if it weren't so creepy around here. The whole area is famous for its ghost stories. Maybe the village...
Yeah, I was like, pretty much that's the same. That's the only thing at this point. Wood we don't want. I already was over here before. This is just Wilbur talking about how this would be a good place for Esther and Gulliver and Nate to set up shop. Oh, yeah, piece of coal. What would I use for that? No, nothing. So we theoretically could take more coal, but for sure not right now. And I don't know how much at this point we would really want to anyway. Because we kind of are focusing on other stuff.
In an old building like this, falling masonry is probably an occupational hazard. Wonder if that's why the position of Igor was open. Stone's fairly flat, maybe some sort of roof tile. Yeah, big white maggots. Okay, if we must. Yeah.
Yeah. Please. What am I going to use to interact with the maggots? Don't use these on Timmy, right? Can't see that being a thing. Maybe. I mean, he is in were-rat form right now, so... The chickens... Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I didn't think so, but I figured I should check. Okay. Okay.
These fat maggots are about the right size, but they don't look much like fried chicken. They're slightly transparent and really slimy.
I cook them over at the campfire, maybe? Let's see. We're here. We're here. Stop getting confused, AI. Over here. Over here.
Here at the edge are pieces of charcoal. I wonder whether I can use it as a substitute for chalk during the summoning. I'm sure you can draw with it. At least my fingers are black with the stuff. And I can't really imagine Archmage Alistair caring about whether he's summoned using white chalk or black charcoal. You can't be picky with that sort of thing.
Hey, Silhouette, welcome. Okay. So we need to get blood somehow, though, and I don't know how we're going to do that. But okay, let's draw a circle and triangle on the ground.
That's the first step.
Oh, I thought the triangle was going to have to be, like, around the circle. It's just outside the circle. Okay.
Right then. To summon the Archmage, I have to draw his symbol on the floor while reciting the spell. Unfortunately, I don't know the right symbol. First, I have to place a bowl filled with blood in the triangle, then use something like frankincense to set the right atmosphere. There has to be blood in the bowl. I don't like it, but I'll have to go along with it.
But I can't use the maggots for that, so the maggots are going to be the substitute for chicken, I guess. Which is gross, to say the least. Flute.
I may not have the nimble hands of a flute player, but I have used one before.
So we have a few things we're trying to manage. So, well, just as a reminder. So we're trying to summon Archmage Alistair's ghost, which we're in the process of doing. That's what these symbols are for and whatnot. We're trying to free Timmy. I don't know how that's going to work. We need to not only... Well, basically, he's in the trap in the forest, right? So we need to figure out how to get through to him so he comes out of werewolf mode and it's just Timmy again. Because a couple of seals probably will require his help. One of them is we need to speak a word in ratish. And obviously Timmy is the only one we know who's a rat, so he speaks rat-ish. Also, it said the last seal, I think it is, can only be opened by somebody who is like a true hero, pure of heart or something like that, and that would be Timmy, right? That's not Wilbur. Wilbur does what he has to do, but he's not really heroic. He doubts himself too much, I think. Anyway, so I'm pretty sure that's Timmy as well. We have some other stuff for the seals, but for now... So one of the seals is the most powerful sorcerer in the world or whatever. Now, I have my suspicions on that. I think Wilbur probably assumes that that is Alistair. I am actually wondering if that doesn't end up turning out to be Wilbur after all, despite the fact that Wilbur has had all his doubts and everything, but we'll see. Anyway, so we need to open this chest. We need to finish the summoning ceremony, and for that I need blood. I'm trying to think if there's anything more. I have incense here. Oh, I could do that.
I still can't believe that this smell is important for summoning a ghost, but what the heck?
What the heck? That's right.
Atmosphere. Pure atmosphere.
Okay. And... so we have these maggots. Maggots are gross, but we're going to use them as the... Oh, that's the third task. So summoning Alistair, opening the chest, and also finishing dinner for... I don't remember her name, but the blonde girl that is with the Duchess, or with the Dutch, or the Duke. And to finish dinner for her, we need chicken. He doesn't... Like, Wilbur refuses to kill chickens. So I grabbed the maggots and just, trying different things, I clicked them and clicked on the plate that has the salad and stuff on it. And he says we could use them as as a substitute for chicken, but they don't look very good right now. They're slimy and they're kind of opaque. They don't really look like chicken. So we have to figure out how what adjustment we make to get that how we want it.
Luckily, the scroll rolled itself back up. Otherwise, the Count may have spotted that his new ego is wanted for murder. The council leader must have sent these search warrants everywhere. I hope one didn't make it here. I'll have to be careful. I don't want to go back to Seastone in chains.
Already looks at the bottle of wine. The bottle of wine, it's going to be blood, right? Because he's a vampire, so he's drinking blood. So we got to figure out how we can acquire that at some point. That might be after dinner happens, he might take the girl with him and, well, you know, unseemly things with her, like very possibly her death. But while he's away, maybe we grab the wine then. I'm not 100% sure.
A lovely glass with a thick bottom. Glasses made of perfect transparent glass like this are very rare and expensive.
Well, let's maybe put it on the table, maybe not. So where am I going to use the glass, I wonder? I obviously want to put something in the glass, not just the glass for the sake of being a glass, but I don't know. Where do I have something I would want to put in the glass? Give her the maggots?
I have
Okay.
these thick, slimy white maggots here.
Ah, I know those things. Had one of them stuck in my left nostril for 2 whole days when my head was chopped off.
I thought maybe you could fry them.
Is there something wrong with my sausages?
No, I just need light-coloured meat for a salad.
As long as I don't have to eat them. Give them here.
Gross. So gross. Nasty.
That was the last one.
Ooh, those don't look too bad at all. Thank you.
They don't taste nasty, but maybe they don't look bad. I guess if that girl doesn't realize and just eats them. I mean, it's got the salad with sour wine and stuff on it too, so...
Excellent meat. And it even almost looks like chicken. Rocket salad with chicken breast and oil and vinegar a la Wilbur. The first and hopefully last meal I will ever prepare in this castle.
Also, gross. Okay.
Count?
Yes, Igor?
Yeah, and as a reminder, he calls every servant Igor because he doesn't want to learn new names or something.
Are you sure your fiance, is being honest with you?
We'll find out tonight, won't we?
I don't want to spread any rumors,
What was that?
but Mr. Whale from the village, he thinks Miss Kiki might possibly be after something other than love.
Oh, so am I.
Yes, but I don't mean friendship and care.
She won't be the first Mrs. Orlov, Igor, and probably not the last. I know who she is and know how to handle her.
All right, then.
Miss
The
Kiki,
poor
that's
Count.
right.
He thinks he knows her and believes she loves him.
That's not what he said, Wilbur. You're reading too much into it. But again, they don't presumably they don't have Count Dracula in this world. So while we, the audience, can clearly see, right, it's a literary irony, basically, right? The audience knows what's going on. It's very clear to us, but the protagonist has zero idea.
I have prepared the salad for the young lady.
Rocket salad with vinegar, oil, and strips of chicken breast?
Yes. Exactly.
Excellent. Pull the cord, Igor. Let my little bunny rabbit know it's time to eat.
We pulled it earlier, but I guess it wasn't until now that it actually does anything. I mean, it pulled, but nobody came or anything. I know, Wilbur.
How can I make sure that the bell in Miss Kiki's room rings?
It depends on how hard you pull it. Pull a bit harder than middle strength to start with, and then about a third less at the end.
Okay.
No, middle strength to start with, then a bit less at the end. No, that was the stables. Why don't you just do what I tell you? There you go. I don't need you anymore today, Igor. I will be spending the rest of the evening and the night with my fiancée.
Very well, Master.
Yeah, I saw no difference in how he pulled, just the sound that it made. So, you know, there you go, I guess, or something. Salad a la Wilbur.
Rocket salad with chicken breast and oil and vinegar a la Wilbur. The first act. Everything's ready for the big dinner.
I guess we got here. I don't know. There we go.
Psst, hey, Shorty!
Oh, hello, Miss Kiki.
What's with this place? Where's the gold?
Gold?
Yeah, jewelry, precious stones, that sort of thing. I ain't found none.
Maybe the Count isn't that rich.
A count living in a big castle? Course he's rich. The only question is, where is he hiding it? Hey, what's that?
What are the upper floors like?
My room is clad from top to bottom in red velvet.
Ew, that's a shame.
No, it's the only room up there that I like. Most of 'em are dusty and dull, just like everything down here. I might have accidentally looked into one or two of the rooms. I haven't found the Count's bedroom yet.
There's no kitchen either. He always seems to be in his office. Getting back to the chest.
So what's the deal with it?
It's sealed by 7, seals. Maybe you could open one of them.
Ooh, what do you think's in it?
What could a chest like this hold? A treasure, of course.
You have to learn to lie better, and quickly. But the fact that you are trying tells me there must be something valuable in it.
I don't know, but it must be important.
Well, if it's important to someone, it'll also be valuable. And you want to steal it?
Well, steal...
Count me in. As future countess, it practically belongs to me anyways. What do I have to do?
Come with me. Just open that seal over there.
Why don't you do it?
I can't. It has to be opened by someone very special.
Ah, I understand. You need a woman's touch.
Something like that.
Not exactly, but sure.
Well, that was simple. That it?
That's it. Interesting to know that you could do it.
Tell me when you got that thing open, and don't even think about simply disappearing with my stuff.
Very well, Miss Kiki.
Now, I'll go humor the old fart. I'm sure with a little persuasion, I'll be able to find out where he stashed the rest of his treasure.
On the one hand,
This was the first seal, or the third, depending on how you count them.
I would normally tell somebody, in this type of situation, I guess, yeah, you don't want to eat that salad. That's going to be gross. But it's Kiki. Kiki's kind of slimy. So, and super, like, pretty poor Southern accent. So, that may be on purpose, by the way, because she's fake anyway, right? She's pretending to love the Duke and all this other stuff. She might not. It might be that she's not supposed to have an actual Southern American accent anyway, right? It's possible she just is putting that on also. So,
The second seal is opened with the blood of innocence. The seal is already opened.
oh, that's the second.
Only the
First?
hand of the truly...
Nope. Third?
The third seal will only open... Only those who feel insane. The fifth seal can... The sixth seal is open. Only one of worthy heart can open the seventh and final seal.
Yeah. One of worthy heart. But since this is something that a dark sorcerer created, worthy heart is going to be like corrupted person, right? Which Kiki opened. So that's where we're like, oh yeah, that's obviously she qualifies. She's not a good person, which we already understood.
Right then, to summon the Archmage, but first...
Not want to look at the floor. I was thinking it was going to look at the incense stick for some reason, but it didn't, and that's fine. Yep. Get a little bit of
The
blood.
Count's distracted. This is my chance. Theoretically, I need blood, but maybe this thick red wine will do the trick.
I mean, it will for sure, because it's blood. It's not wine. That's hilarious.
How is your salad, my Aurora?
Real good, darling. It's not easy to get chicken to taste a chicken. My compliments to the chef.
We're all just doing our best to make you feel at home, precious.
Whew, looks like I got away with it.
It's not easy to get chicken to taste like chicken. First of all, that's not true. It's really easy to get chicken to taste like chicken. Now, there are different qualities of like how good the chicken is, but chicken pretty much always tastes like chicken. Also, gross. The fact that she doesn't see the difference and thinks that those maggots are gray, that's... Alrighty then.
I think it's safe to take a closer look at the letter now. The Count's distracted. Wanted for the murder of Archmage Alistair, the scurvy, dangerous, armed and stinky fiend Wilbur Weathervane. The Honourable Council Leader Van Buren has posted a reward of the villain's weight in gold, naked, before breakfast, for the apprehension of the offender. It's followed by a detailed description of me. Not like it was even necessary. This picture of me next to the Archmage is razor sharp. The amount of detail the engravers carved into the printing plates is amazing. I wonder if Lizzie will turn me in if she learns of the pile of gold.
Dangerous? Really? Armed? With what? He doesn't even have the wand anymore. And the one that's most hilarious to me, I think, is scurvy. Wilbur does not exhibit any of the signs of scurvy. He obviously has enough vitamin C. He's not deficient, so. I thought, because they put enough detail into that, I thought I'd be able to click it again and get Alistair's symbol, because we need the symbol that represents Archmage Alistair for our summoning thing. Let me listen again. Let's see if there's anything more.
Vladdy, I'd love to see the whole castle. The library, the ballroom, the treasure chambers.
Of course, my love, but there'll still be time for that tomorrow. Tonight, I'm going to show you something completely different.
But Vladdy, I'm a respectable young lady.
No, you're
What
not.
does the Count mean by something completely different? I'd like to see that. I wonder if I should ask if I can join them.
Oh, Wilbur. Goodness, Wilbur. There we go. Examine the letter again. Maybe.
There really is a lot of detail in the picture of the Archmage and me. If it weren't so tiny, you could probably even recognize the Archmage's family crest on his amulet thing. I think it's, oh, no, it's just too small.
This? Nope. This. There we go. Use as a magnifying
I
glass.
could use the glass as a magnifying glass to see more details.
Hey, Monmouth.
Yes, it works. There's the Archmage's neck, and there's his thing with the family crest. It shows two serpents in a kind of knot, biting their own tails.
Okay, that sounds more villainous than something I'd expect from an Archmage, but I guess, you know, just if that's his family crest, it's not like he can help it, really.
I must complete all the other preparations before I draw the Archmage's symbol on the floor. I have
Right.
to place a bowl filled with blood in the triangle.
Yeah, so I need blood of some kind. Wilbur, you really don't want to join with... I know. Exactly. So, Monmouth, you missed. So, Count Vladdy, right? So, Count Dracula is sitting down with Kiki to dinner. And Kiki was like, I would like to see more of your chambers in the house. Like, you know, the library and so on, and the treasure chamber. And the count said there'll be time for that tomorrow, but tonight I'm going to show you completely different. And Wilbur was like, completely different? I wonder what that is. I wonder if the count will let me join them. I'm thinking, first of all, it's going to be a vampire thing, not what everybody normally would think of when they say that. And secondly, if it's what people normally think of, Wilbur also doesn't want to join them. So in either way. Yeah, exactly. I'll be right back. Give me one sec here. Yeah. Yep. We had, before she went in to eat with the Count, we had Kiki come over here and help us out with the last of the seals. Just as a reminder, the chest was created. Hey, DKS, what's up? Oh, nice. Long time no see, man. Good to see ya. Thanks for stopping by, even if you can't regularly make it. It's good to see you every once in a while when you can. So, this chest was created and sealed by the ancestor of Chantal, right? And so because of that, Count Van Buren was a dark, like, evil sorcerer. And so when he made the seals, it was an evil person's perspective. So the last seal, the seventh seal, was opened by somebody, like, what was it? I don't remember how was it worded. Let me look. Hang on. So this is the last one.
Only one of worthy heart can open the seventh and final seal.
Yeah, one of worthy heart. And worthy does not mean good things. Worthy means bad things because it was made by a bad person, right? And Kiki was able to open it by just coming over and touching it. So I don't feel so sad if something happens to Kiki. She's a total fraud and not a good person, so, there's that. Oh, yeah, no. Obviously, I don't, yeah, no, I completely understand. I actually, this last week, I finished about halfway through the week. I finally finished about 6 months worth of between 10 and 17, almost 18-hour days working every single week. Every day, every single week. Somewhere between 10 and 18 hours, depending on the day. Most were closer to 10, but still. So, I've been super busy. I've not uploaded in forever. I've just been too tired to do much when I finish. So, I'm recuperating the last half of this week because we finally launched our project for my day job. So, I'm done with that. So, now I'm recuperating. And I'm hoping tomorrow and or Sunday to get more stuff uploaded finally. We'll see. If I'm fully recuperated enough that I have... Because the thing is, if I try to record otherwise during this time, like when I was super busy, I probably just going to fall asleep in the middle of recording. So it just wasn't working. So we'll just try it again. Okay, anyway. So, yeah. So she's got the seventh seal for us opened. We do have, since we kifed his wine, we now have the red wine, the blood, in this bowl. So we'll put this down here.
Would have been easier if the Archmage's symbol were a stick figure or a cross. That would have been easier to draw than two knotted snakes. Hey, ghost! Drag your translucent butt here now. Got the stuff? The power of coal compels you. Those were exactly the ancient words that Mr. Whale whispered in my ear. Just doesn't seem to... Yes!
The power of coal compels you. I'll have to remember that.
Archmage Alistair! Thank the coal!
Wilbur, I'm happy to see you too. But I don't have much time, and there is much to say.
I did everything wrong, Archmage. I built the golem and I let Remy down and I brought Timmy here and...
You have done nothing wrong, Wilbur.
Yes, I have. I wanted to help and I let myself be fooled and that's why you were transformed. And then I didn't do anything instead and that was wrong too. Remy is dead, Archmage.
He is not. At least I don't believe he is.
Yes, he is. He died in my hands.
No, you were tricked again. This book you are searching for, it contains no information about how to destroy the wand.
You're talking about this, the ghost?
But if not Remy, then Monkus.
He's letting you do his dirty work for him. The book does contain powerful spells, but it won't help you destroy the wand. Monkus wants to use its power for his own ends.
That is, with some rare exceptions, like I think the voice actor for Kiki. Otherwise, they tend to do quite a good job on the voice acting for this game, or this series of games. And I was talking about that earlier. I think we've learned. So there's a young blonde girl named Kiki who's gonna be the new Duchess of Count Vladi, whose castle we're in, right? Vladi would be, of course, Dracula. Kiki is proven to be at least a very deceptive person, if not just outright evil. Not evil in the sense of I want to destroy the world, but super greedy, willing to do whatever it takes to get her riches, that kind of stuff, right? So because of that, first of all, I have zero sympathy for her. Well, maybe like 1%, 1 out of like 100 sympathy or something. But two, because she's a fraud, she pretends to be this innocent, sweet girl from the country, but she's actually not. I'm actually thinking maybe the reason that her southern, like her accent from the southern United States sounds like forced and not all that realistic. I feel like maybe that's because it's not a problem with the voice actress. I think they're trying to imply that she's a fake, and so she uses a very fake accent. Now, of course, Wilbur can't tell that that's a problem. I would guess, I mean, I know he already understands anyway. Vladi, the Count, already knows that she's up to no good. I would guess he could tell that her accent is fake too. So that's my theory. My going theory is not that the voice actress is not doing a good job, but that she's doing the forced fake accent on purpose. Yeah. But it's not, but right, you could tell it's not a good southern accent, right? It's really not. It's all right, like beginner level, but it's too forced. It's too much twang in the wrong places, right? It's not good. So anyway, yeah. So I feel like it probably is forced on purpose, maybe. Yeah. Okay. Let's proceed.
Why does Monkus want this book? What's he up to?
The Kitab al-Azif was written by a mad mystic called Al-Hazred. It is a book about demonic cosmology and contains magic spells with which one can summon mighty beings.
Including the Nameless One?
I don't think that Monkus wants to set the Nameless One free. Even he isn't mad enough to do that. He wants to open a window into the dungeon dimension in order to siphon the Nameless One's powers.
Sounds dangerous.
It's impossible. Any weakness in the structure of the dungeon dimension would be instantly used by the Nameless One to escape his prison. He is incredibly powerful, and he is dreadful, Wilbur.
If the book is so dangerous, we should destroy it. Or we could just leave it in the chest. It's already been there for decades.
Powerful objects have a tendency to be found. You have to destroy the book. Monkus must not get hold of it.
Why did Monkus send me? And where is he?
That's worrying me, too. He won't be sitting around idle awaiting your return, that's for sure. He'll have a plan.
At least he doesn't know we're on to him. He believes I'm bringing the book back to Seastone to use it to destroy the wand.
Yes, the magic wand. The book alone will not be sufficient to open a window into the dungeon dimension. It will take a complicated mechanism using black magic and an incredible magic force to penetrate the dungeon of the Nameless One.
The mechanism of which you speak, there's one like that in the temple under Seastone.
Yes, Ivo told me about it. Was under my nose for all those years and I never noticed.
Mancus doesn't have the book yet, and I can't imagine the Van Burens working with him either. Without them, the wand is useless.
Those are the only trump cards we hold. He needs the book and the wand. And while he is chasing after those, we will destroy the machine.
I see what you're saying. You're talking about the ghost? Yeah. Yep. So I will say that I personally am not finding him hard to understand, but he is very echoey. And then he has moderately, it's not severe, but a moderately thick British accent on top. So you have the echo distorting what already might be a more challenging accent if you're not used to it. So I could see that being hard to understand, yeah.
How can I destroy the book from the chest?
It's just a book. You can tear it and burn it.
That sounds doable.
However, you should be aware that there are other copies of the book. Over the centuries, there has always been the odd one appearing and then disappearing again.
That means we won't be safe as long as the magic wand and the machine still exist.
Correct. As soon as the book has been destroyed, you will have to travel to Seastone and help your friends to destroy the machine. That won't be very easy. Mancus will defend it.
And we won't be getting the mighty Van Buren wand just like that either. No. There has to be a better way. We have to trick Mancus, surprise him, and beat him at his own game.
That's the Wilbur Weathervane that taught the Shadow Army the meaning of fear.
See? Wilbur just has all this lack of self-confidence, but he is really smart when he puts his mind to it. He just, always is too caught up in worries about things. Am I good enough? What's going to be the consequence if I do this? Yeah.
Open the chest and get the book to safety. Easier said than done. Do you know what the breath of death could be referring to?
I think I know.
How did you do that?
I don't just look like a ghost, Wilbur. I am one.
What do you mean?
I am dead.
No! You're not dead. You're the Archmage. You were transformed, and Ivor wanted to change you back.
And she managed that. But then I had to go, Wilbur. I am so weak that you had to help me to appear here.
But how are we supposed to, without you?
So far, you've managed pretty well without me, my friend.
Wilbur has to say goodbye to his mentor. That is pretty sad, actually. I'm not all emotional, but that is still pretty sad. Because I think, at least in the sense of learning magic and training and stuff, Alistair's basically like Wilbur's father, as far as that type of thing goes, right?
How can you be dead?
My death wasn't in vain. I went at the height of my powers. That's the stuff of legends.
But it wasn't your time. Not even close.
I did just buy a new pair of shoes that I was keen to break in. I wanted to give my cleaning lady a nice present for her birthday next week. I have still got posts to deal with and would have liked to have spent a few more evenings sitting on my balcony. I don't think one is ever ready to go, but I'm gone now, and others will have to step up and fight in my stead.
How is Princess Ivor doing? Is she well?
I sent her and Critter to Seastone to keep Mancus out of the underground temple for as long as possible. Perhaps they might even manage to destroy the machine.
Critter is with Princess Ivo? Then Captain Nate can't be far off. Finally, some good news.
You have friends at your side, yes.
Yeah, about that. Good news. Wilbur, sorry to... anyway.
Did you know that Tim is a were-rat?
Yes, Remy came to me after Timmy's parents were killed by a werewolf. Timmy's injuries weren't bad, but I knew that he would change at the next full moon.
Did you look for the werewolf who did this to him? I mean, if you kill the werewolf, Timmy is healed, isn't he?
Imagine that Timmy made someone else into a werewolf while he was transformed. Would you want that person to come and kill Timmy in order to release Timmy's curse from them?
I never thought of it that way.
The curse of the werewolf is an illness that one has to learn to control. It is hard, and Remy and I didn't want to place this burden on little Timmy up to now. We just let him change and let off a little bit of steam. But if he has now changed uncontrollably, you will have to teach him how he can manage the curse, Wilbur.
You can control the werewolf curse? How?
When he is a were-rat, Timmy is possessed by bad feelings. Anger, aggression, hate. They're like a shield surrounding him. And underneath it's still the same old Timmy.
Ah, the first time we ran into each other in the woods, he didn't attack me right away. He hesitated.
Something in the monster recognized you, and that something is the tiny piece that still remains of Timmy. A candle in a hurricane.
How can I get through to him?
Timmy's primitive feelings have taken control. If you want to reach him, you'll only get through to him on that level. A smell, a voice, a tune. Simple things, little things, which could cut through the storm to reach Timmy.
And once he starts listening to me?
Then tell him not to give in to the anger and hate, that he shouldn't let himself be ruled by bad feelings anymore. He must think. It will be a difficult task, but if anyone can reach him and get him back, then it's a friend like you.
Yeah, we have that flute. I'm pretty sure that's gonna be something we can use to play a tune and get through to Timmy. I could be wrong, of course. Maybe that's for something else, but I feel like that's probably the use. I tried it earlier, but we didn't have this conversation with Alistair yet, so it probably did not set the trigger, like change the flag in the code to say, now you can use this on Timmy.
I'm supposed to stop the apocalypse and fight a powerful sorcerer while the country's in chaos. How am I supposed to do all that? I'm not a mage anymore.
That's exactly the point. No one can do all these things on their own. But you and Ivo, the rats, the inhabitants of Seastone, together you stand a chance. Don't wait for a messiah who is going to wave his magic wand and make everything okay again. Do it yourselves.
But the people all want something else, and lots of them only think of themselves.
That's why role models are required. Do what you think is right, and others will follow you. I have always valued you for your tenacity and your friendliness. You are never cruel nor cowardly. You never give up and never give in. Onwards, Wilbur Weathervane, with friendliness and courage in your heart, and lead others by good example. And perhaps carry a flag or something like that, so that people further back can see you.
Hey! Mean!
My time in this world is over, Wilbur.
Will you come and visit me as a ghost sometimes and give me some good advice?
No, my friend. You know everything that you need to know.
But don't go.
If you want to honor my memory, then lead your life in line with all that I've taught you. And don't leave cupboard doors open. Farewell, Wilbur Weathervane.
Bye, Alistair. So what you were mentioning earlier, by the way, DKS, that's exactly why I use subtitles on games as long as they provide them, which is like 99.9% of all games give subtitles. For that very reason. Sometimes you can't understand an accent. Sometimes maybe somebody speaks, but the sound gets screwed up. Sometimes happens in this game. Sometimes somebody will speak, but with other noises or something, you can't quite make out what they're saying. So subtitles are on for that specific reason. That was actually suggested to me only a few videos into the second game series I ever did, and I've made a point of having them on ever since then. Okay, so let's try to free Timmy next, if we can do it with that flute that we have right here, because one of the seals here gets opened by speaking the word open, I think it is, in rat-ish, and Timmy speaks that. And we need... maybe not. I think earlier I had said I thought Timmy would be the one that would open the seal for the one who is worthy, but that's wrong, right? Because it's an evil person making the chest, so that was Kiki. Yeah, I think we just need Timmy for Radish, but still. And then, of course, Timmy's our friend, so we're going to go rescue him, obviously. He's still going to...
I think it's better I leave them in peace. I've got a good feeling about their marriage.
You are so wrong, Wilbur. Wilbur does not have any idea. That's one of the things that's charming about Wilbur, but also problematic about Wilbur. He is so naive. He really causes all kinds of trouble for himself. So, go to the woods.
Archmage Alistair said we could probably get through to Timmy with a tune. It's worth a try.
Wait, what? I don't know. How do I...
He listened, but he didn't seem to like what he heard.
It's because I have no idea what I'm supposed
It
to
has
be
to
doing.
be a tune that means something to Timmy, something personal.
Okay, let's maybe ask Esther or Gulliver, maybe one of them knows. I don't know what would be personal for Timmy tune-wise. Have we heard that in the game so far? I don't remember ever hearing anything about a tune being personal. But he was in Esther's pocket, so maybe she knows.
Esther?
Yes?
I was able to summon Archmage Alistair's ghost. That's all he is anymore. A ghost.
You mean he's dead?
Princess Ivo changed him back, but then I don't exactly know what happened then.
I didn't know him personally, but from what I've heard, he was a very wise man. And he had a big heart, a rare combination.
He also had the oddest sense of humor. He once claimed he taught a bunch of otters a musical number in his youth. Weird.
I'd have loved to have seen that.
Me too. Do you know the tune that Timmy likes to whistle?
Yes, his mother used to hum that tune to him when he couldn't sleep. I did the same whenever he had nightmares.
How does it go?
La 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 la. Like that.
La 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 la. Okay, so that's... I think I can manage with that, I think. I might screw it up, but okay. So I can do this again if I need to. Let's do this
See
for
you
now.
later, Esther. I have to go.
Bye.
All right, let's try this again.
That's it. Remember, Timmy? Your mother used to sing this tune to you when you couldn't fall asleep. Remember, concentrate. Think about the good and friendly things, not the hate. You're not a monster, you're a little rat and you're loved.
I'm so sorry.
You have nothing to be sorry about. Nothing happened.
I didn't want any of this to happen. Did I? Did I hurt anyone?
No. I think you make a pretty bad werewolf rat.
Hey.
So one thing I noticed that this game did that I've seen in other games too, that I honestly I get slightly frustrated with, not like really upset or anything, but I find there's this lack of attentiveness sometimes to sound in games. So you could hear, for example, if you just listen, you hear this tune going in the background, right? They did not quiet this tune and make it go completely silent before he started playing the tune for Timmy. It just, this general music for the game, for this area, just kept playing in the background while the other tune was going on. That causes a clash in music, right? If you're going to have something important, even if it's really short, like the flute tune here, you should quiet out all other music that would interfere with that and have the tune play and then slowly crescendo back up to the normal volume for the other music. But instead of doing that, they just let them play together. That, I think, it's not like so bad that it's unforgivable or something, but it just makes me wonder why you wouldn't pay attention to something like this so much. You spend all this time deciding this area of the game, like when you're in the woods, it plays this kind of music. When you're in Seastone, it plays this kind of music. When you're in Elfshire, it plays this kind of music. Whatever, right? You focus so much on all of that kind of thing, even doing like da 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 da, da right? When you get past a major part of the game, you have these very important bits of sound that you pay attention to throughout the game. And then you have something like this and you just completely ignore it. I mean, it probably has partly to do with just generally I've been an maybe overly attentive person, you might say, like too much so. And that I've done a lot of quality assurance and stuff like that over time for my employment and whatnot, but it just, to me, it just feels like, I wouldn't say laziness, because that speaks to motivation, and I have no idea what the motivation was at all, right, if there was any. But it definitely is a lack of attentiveness that I sometimes get bothered by in games. This is no different, but there have been other games where it's been really egregious. Like, just a lot of clashing sounds, a lot of cacophony, and it's frustrating. But anyway.
Mankus tricked me for the second time, Timmy. He disguised himself as your uncle in the cave and then sent me here.
Then perhaps Uncle Remy is still alive.
Maybe he is.
I'm sure he is. Uncle Remy can't be beaten that easily. We have to look for him.
You can bet on that, but I need to find the book first.
But if Mankus wants the book, then it must be evil.
In the wrong hands, it could mean the end of the world. We have to find it.
And then we'll look for Uncle Remy.
Deal. Why didn't you tell me about the curse earlier?
I didn't know how, and I was worried you'd be scared of me. Most people are scared of werewolves, and for good reason. We can't control ourselves, you know. We don't realise when we do evil.
Yes, but the Archmage Alistair said you can learn to control the curse.
The Archmage? Is he all right?
Let's talk some more about that tomorrow. I think you've had enough adventures for one day. I found this. You must have lost it.
Oh, my neckerchief.
Now that's the Timmy to do math I know. I think I know where the sorcerer hid the book. But to get to it, I have to know how to say open in Ratish.
Open.
Exactly, but in Ratish.
Open. Have you never noticed that we talk to each other?
You mean Ratish is exactly the same as our language?
No, your language is like ours. Rats and big people have lived side by side for so long. You've picked up the odd thing or two.
Amazing! The magic word is open. Hey, I know Ratish. Let's get back to the others. You must be dead tired.
Can I hide under your hat again? The moon is so bright.
Of course, for as long as you want.
All right, party. So now we should be able to go back and do that part of the seal. What other things on the seal do we need? We need... Blood of the Innocents, which has got to be from Kiki, and I don't know if she just disappears and we find the aftermath after Vlad has had his way with her or something. I really don't know what the plan is with that. Let's go here. I forgot I have the map. I can fast travel with the map too, so that's gonna be easier. But let's do this first with Radish. Okay.
What could that be? This seal is open. What could that be?
Oh yeah, that's right. We have a key that's the key that is invisible but visible to all. Whatever that is.
Open. The last two seals. Things are getting exciting.
This one is
The
what?
truly greatest mage of all time. Who could that have been for an egomaniac like Ashcroft Van Buren? Archmage Alistair? Or, of course, he means himself. Which presents a problem.
Yeah, we'll have to find ashes of him? Because they burned him... Wait. No, they made him flee. Maybe we can find like a hair or something. Okay, so nothing more there. How? I thought this was going to be the invisible key that we were after, but... Nothing more over here, though, right? Yeah. Can't go out there. Look at the rubble outside here, out front. Maybe there's something he left behind. It changed to this guy again. Or this guy. Yeah, changed again, and this time it's this guy. Get anything from this. I wonder if we talk to the innkeeper again down in the village, or the mayor, because he was here. He might know what happened and if there's anything we could do about it.
Hello, Mr. Mayor.
Hello, Mr. Weathervane?
After the sorcerer was chopped up, where did you bury his bits?
Oh, you know, here and there.
Not all in one grave.
Oh, no. It was feared that his brother or someone else could try to bring him back to life. So his remains were spread nice and neatly across several graves over the land, and none of them carries his name.
He's part of the sorcerer buried in the cemetery?
I'm not at liberty to say. We swore never to say a word about which grave his left hand is buried in and which holds his right leg. Oh,
Oh, come on, just say it. Which grave's he buried in?
my lips are sealed.
Why was Van Buren actually beheaded, hung, and drawn, and quartered? Isn't that a little excessive?
You always have to kill an evil mage or sorcerer 3 times so he doesn't come back. Everyone knows that.
Doesn't beheading him and then hanging him present certain logistical problems?
Well, the whole thing wasn't very well prepared. Some mages wanted to ram a wooden stake through his heart instead. Others wanted to burn him. You know how it is. An angry mob, differing opinions. In the end, we can count ourselves lucky he was executed at all.
I have to be getting on. Till next time.
Goodbye.
Okay, let's have a look at the graveyard. Maybe. Presumably.
The sorcerer must be buried around here somewhere. They always seem to be family graves. Handy if you want to save space. It says Lugosi on this gravestone. They always seem to be family graves. Handy if you want to save space. This is the Lee family grave.
It's not especially great that he keeps saying they all seem to be family graves, but, you know, it's, I guess, whatever. Lugosi, Lee, okay.
This is the Karloff family gravestone. This cross bears the name Cheney.
As in shooting people while out hunting or something, Cheney? Or is it, we're talking about somebody else?
Here lies the...
Oh, imagine this. Because it's not going to be a reorganizer or whatever of the names. Timmy's asleep. We won't bother him. All Dracula actors. Yeah.
The Lee family gravestone. The Lugosi family gravestone.
I don't think we can look at the portrait behind, right? Oh, maybe we
Van
can.
Buren is pointing at a key. Is he trying to mock me?
Oh.
Could that be the invisible key that is visible to all? Only, where is it? Ha! That's just a picture. How am I supposed... Or is it? That's a pretty neat trick.
Ah. So we got that one. I was thinking it was the other key the whole time. Okay. Yeah. That's the one, I think. 6th.
That was easy. Now there's only one seal between me and the Mad Sorcerer's spellbook.
Oh, looked like the animation had him put his key like as if it were back in his pocket. I was like, do we still have it in our inventory? Because why? But no, we don't. Okay, so. There's got to be some clue that will help me piece together which name is probably. Although it might not be up here. Because if they were trying to hide the identity, why would they let, like, Vlad know, for example? The mayor's not going to say. Wonder if we do this. Where is it? Not a fast travel elsewhere. Let's go to the campsite and then make a fast travel from there. That's fine. And here. Klaus. I don't think these letters respell or reorganize to spell one of the names, right? We had Cheney, we had Lugosi, we had... Yeah, I don't think any of those spell that. This looks like the type of thing where we could throw the powder, the fireplace powder, into the fire here and then get transport somewhere. Maybe we'll do that later.
Esther?
Yes?
Look who I have here.
Timmy, is he all right?
Just completely exhausted.
Give him to me. He can rest in my pocket.
Esther, can I have another sausage?
But of course, my darling. You did well, Wilbur Weathervane.
Ah, cheers. About the seal.
How can I help?
I, need a hand.
Yes?
From a grave.
Of course, from a grave. Chopping someone's hand off while they're alive wouldn't be very polite, would it?
It must be a certain hand. From the sorcerer Van Buren. I'm sure he's in the village cemetery.
Oh, no problem. Which grave?
I don't know.
I do actually need to know that. It would take a long time to go through countless graves, and we would never be quite sure whether we had got the right hand or the left.
Okay, fine. I'll get back to you.
Okay, so she'll help us out. There was a little light showed up here. I don't know what that was about. I think it was maybe supposed to be an effect from the fire, except that all the sparks coming off the fire here look like this. They're not... This was like a slight glowing thing, almost like when she did the tune for us, and they showed the little notes to be played in like little fire things. It's almost like one of those here.
Timmy okay?
He guzzled down a whole sausage, which, considering his size, should have been impossible. Since then, he's been fast asleep.
Oh, lovely. I'm also making good progress with the book in the chest. Shouldn't be much longer till I have it. See you later, Esther. I have to go.
Bye.
Yeah, there's literally nowhere else to go. If you go in the woods now, it's just where the trap was and Timmy was. And then there is the cave that we can go to, but otherwise there's nothing else. Which means that we can't go to the bounty hunter and ask her any questions right now. So presumably she'll just show up and come with us later or something. There's got to be a clue in here or something, right? I want to talk to the mayor. He's not going to tell us anything. I don't think I want to talk to him. Maybe, but I doubt it. Can't really explore much more in the castle, or I'd try to do that. But when you go to the castle, there are those stairs to the right when you first enter. That all is not selectable anymore. It previously was, but not anymore. We can go back to the chest, but there's just the chest, and that's pretty much it, because the portrait behind we used to grab the key, but there's nothing else I could examine there. And if we go over to the left chamber where Vlad and Kiki are, they're eating, and he just says he wants to leave them alone. And I can look at the scroll with Alistair's seal again, but otherwise, I don't think there's anything else there we can even select. And looking at the seal, we already used the seal to summon Alistair, so I don't really see a reason to do that either. Oh, we're farther over this way. Interesting. I didn't know we can come this far. But this may still not be anything, but it might be. I don't know. No, it doesn't look like there's anything over here. This symbol is nothing, apparently. Talk to him again, but I doubt we're going to get anything more right now. We'll see.
Hello, Mr. Mayor.
Hello, Mr. Weathervane?
About the graves in the cemetery.
Yes?
One of the gravestones bears the name Lugosi. What can you tell me about them?
Oh, the Lugosi's were the dentists.
Somberville had its own dentists?
Oh, the village was voted prettiest smile in the backwoods 3 years in a row. Yeah.
Nice.
Unfortunately, old Lugosi went a bit soft in the head. He rambled on about little green men and a plan he had to foil. Number 9, I think. Yeah. Dental hygiene in the village took a nosedive from then on. Oh, dear.
Okay, so Lugosi were the dentists.
What can you tell me about the Cheney family?
Well, the elder Cheney was a travelling actor in his youth. Oh, the only one of us to ever leave the village for any length of time. He must have been really successful. They called him the Man of 1,000 Faces. Later, he retired here in the village. But his son inherited the theatre bug, left before disaster struck. Probably saved his life, yeah.
The Lee family? Were they a long-established family in the village?
Who? Oh, right, the Lees. Yes, oh, they were. Yes, it's very long established. Yeah.
So, what can you tell me about them?
Well, there was Shield Hand Lee. He was a smith, and his wife Fire. Yeah, Fire Anna. She was very hot.
Uh-huh. I think I know what I need to know.
So tricky. He's so good at, like, just totally telling a lie. He's just amazing at
One
it.
of the big graves has the name Karloff on it.
Large family. The young Karloff was a giant of a man, strong as an ox, but of a friendly nature. When the terror came from the woods, he was caught by a mummy. Well, like most of the others that disappeared in the woods, we couldn't bury him. Only his ancestors are buried in the grave in the cemetery.
I have to be getting on. Till next time.
Goodbye.
Alright. Let's enlist Esther's help to dig the Lee family's grave up.
Esther,
Yes?
about the seal.
How can I help?
They buried Van Buren in the Lee family grave. I'm pretty sure of it.
Okay. Do you just need the hand? Or is there anything else I can get you?
Just a hand, please.
Well, I'll get going straight away. While I'm about it, I might as well see whether I can find a new left kidney.
You're not upset if I don't join you, are you?
No, no problem. Come by later and I'll hand you the hand. Right?
Thank you. See you later, Esther. I have to go.
Bye.
Maybe just travel to the castle and back, because I don't know. So you can go inside just to make sure. Okay, now if I go back, will she have done it?
Wilbur, I've got the hand.
That was quick.
Not the first time that I've done a bit of late-night shopping.
And you're sure it's Van Buren's hand?
Pretty sure. There are at least indications that it is the hand of a sorcerer.
What indications? Ah!
It's animated still.
It's
Wow.
not very well-mannered.
You know what? I think you might be right.
He's totally freaking out. That's hilarious. All right. So, we got that. We'll use this on the final seal. There.
Fine then. Come on. Come on. Did it. Maybe it's looking for the right hand, wherever that may be. That was the last seal. Ha. That's it. Ah,
Ouch.
this isn't the right place to read a book like this. I'll go and join my friends by the bright, warm fire.
It
So
was
that's
super
your plan,
spooky, and then
then?
it says ouch.
Pretty risky.
I know, but even if I destroy the book, Monkus will find another copy sooner or later. We have to destroy the machine in the temple and the wand if we ever want to be truly safe. And we're going to use this as bait. What will you do once Timmy and I have left?
The mayor was here. It took a while for him to pluck up the courage to come closer than 10 paces away from us, but I think he's coming round. He says the village needs a handyman and that you told him that Nate and I can repair pretty much anything.
That sounds great. You could even take over the handyman's workshop. There's no one left to contest ownership of the house.
All right, we'll go there. The mayor has invited us for a glass of water.
Probably holy water, just in case.
We'll pass that test, I'm sure.
You three take care of yourselves. Thanks for all your help.
No, we must thank you, Wilbur. You helped us when no one else would. And you convinced others to help us too.
Right
The
there,
next
happened
time
again.
we meet someone in need, we'll help them and say, you have Wilbur Weathervane to thank for that.
I think the help alone will do. Thanks.
He's like, I don't want the fame. I'm really nervous about people knowing who I am other than my friends anyway.
I'm not very good at goodbyes.
Let's say, until we meet again, not goodbye. Take care of yourself.
I'll do my best.
Look after yourself and look after Timmy.
I will. I think it's a good plan, and we have enough time to train for it. Timmy and I will...
Wilbur!
Well, he's gone, obviously.
Surprise!
Monkus! I'm going to...
Stay where you are and do nothing. Or do you want something bad to happen to these two?
Ivo! Critter!
Wilbur, you have to stop him!
Let Ivo and Critter go right now, or...
Or you have nothing to threaten me with, Weathervane. The Fireball and the Fatty put up a worthy fight, but they ultimately had no chance against my power, just like you.
Chantal, show this toad what your wand can do.
It doesn't work!
As the little angel soon realized when I sent her mother to the realm of dreams. Why do you think I didn't go to the dark woods to get the book myself? I had more important things to do. Did you know there were 3 Van Buren brothers? One created that remarkable wand over there, the most powerful one there is. The second created the book that explains how one can use it to open gates between the worlds. But the third brother, the cleverest of all, didn't trust his power-hungry siblings. He created a ring that protected him from his brother's magic. And it's still serving well today.
I think the reason the Lee grave was fake is because when this game was made, Christopher Lee might have still been alive. Sillowell? Too soon, man. Too soon. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I mean, Christopher Lee was amazing. Christopher Lee, did you know that obviously he played Saruman in The Lord of the Rings and a little bit in The Hobbit, right? But did you know that because he said this on one of the commentary things or whatever, or interviews, so you may have seen this, but he read the book, The Lord of the Rings, I think, and The Hobbit also, but I think he said specifically he read The Lord of the Rings at least once every year. Or not at least. I think it's just once, but he read it once every year. So every single year he would read the book. So he was super familiar with everything. So the fact that he played a character in the films was just kind of almost a logical choice. Nobody else really would have been as logical a choice for it. Not to mention he was just an amazing actor anyway, so.
Then I went and got this book for nothing.
Oh, no. You've done my cause a great favor in doing so, Wilbur. I knew you would get hold of that book with the right kind of motivation. The resistance needs a leader. And I know of no greater fighter for good than you. Sound familiar?
You rotten little monster!
Why, thank you. The book! Put it on the lectern!
Not a chance!
Ha! We both know you'll do anything to save your friends.
No, Wilbur, don't do it! Ah!
Don't!
The book! Now!
Wilbur!
And that's why evil will always triumph in the end. You goodies are too compassionate. You, step back. You, start reading.
I can't read very well yet.
Well, just try, sweetheart.
Doctorus Maximalis Aeternalis. You have to stop him, Wilbur, at any cost.
I know. I have a plan.
Dox Negus Paratlatus Groklag.
Laurel Wreath. Okay, so it's things.
A little rat against a sorcerer? Not exactly a fair fight. Tell me, Monkus, what did you really do with Remy?
The ghost had injured him. Giving him a little magical nudge over the edge of the abyss was easy after that. Why do you ask? Did you want to give him his hat back?
No, I just thought Timmy should hear it from you. Doesn't that make you angry, Timmy? Give me that book! Ah! Oof!
No!
Was that it? That was your plan? You wanted to defeat a sorcerer with brute force? You keep reading.
Omnia Nunc
Well, what else can you do if you can't do magic?
Aperuro.
No! No! Impossible! No! Ah! The flap opening spell? You've tricked me with a child's spell?
They're doing this.
I knew I had to distract you from Chantal and the machine for a while, and besides, it worked.
Slap fight with
How?
mages.
How did that spell get in the book?
I know a little something about bookbinding, doesn't everybody?
I will... Ah! Let go, gnome!
A metal pipe leading into the depths of the machine. Couldn't say where it goes or what it does, though.
Don't have Timmy anymore.
Well, at least I can't make my situation much worse than it is.
Ah! Mr. Gnome is trying to cheat his way out of a dangerous situation again, is he?
It's worked pretty well so far.
So pull the lever doesn't do anything currently, so we gotta do something
You can
else.
see the brothers were constantly fiddling around with the machine. A lot of it looks pretty temporary. These two pipes are held together by nothing but a clamp. Got it. Hoses, cables, vials, mystical symbols. Only the truly deranged could ever come up with something like this. A pressure hose. Warm, thick-walled, rigid and attached to the machine by a sleeve. I can't get it. The sleeve is stuck. Whoa!
See anything else to go in there, so... Okay, we don't have the clamp anymore either. Let's go over here again.
Oh, no!
Guess that didn't work. Oh, there's something... Let's pull the lever. Find the middle.
Well, are your arms getting heavy yet?
It looks like the Van Burens were versed in more than just alchemy and the dark arts. Why did they have to use their talents to build such a vile machine?
Really? Okay, fine. Hang on. Climb to the right so you don't get the delays. There.
Hey! Stop that! Are you trying to kill us all?
Yes. Yes, in fact, we are.
Hey! Stop that! Are you trying to kill us all?
Okay, so that didn't...
I've screwed the holes onto the pipes as tightly as I can.
The hose with what? Oh. Shoot steam at him, I
That
see.
won't work. I can't aim at Munkus and turn the steam on at the same time.
There's... Oh, hang on.
Munkus, if we work together, we might be able to save ourselves.
It's not what I meant.
Work together? I'd rather die!
And that's just what you do.
But you will too!
I was gonna look. There we go. Look at him. Come on! Would you friggin...
He's mesmerized by the spectacle.
There.
He believes that he is closer to victory than ever before.
Oh, that was useless. Okay, that wasn't helpful.
Presumably you can use that to set the machine. It must be tricky to open a gate to another dimension and come out at the right place.
It's gotta be something else. 'Cause I can use the... Let's see. Lever... What am I missing? Climb to the middle and then he turns, but oh, you know what? Maybe he does that. Maybe I can use this.
I've screwed the holes onto the pipes as tightly as I can. That won't work. I can't aim at Munkus and turn the steam on at the same time.
Okay.
Well,
Let's see. On the left side, but that's not. Here's left. I don't have anything. Screw it as tightly as I can. Pull the lever. Doesn't. Okay, that and then maybe this while that's going? Maybe.
ah!
Oh, wait, no, okay, we got it.
I don't know how much further down it is. All I know is the impact isn't going to be much fun.
Of course. Oh,
Need a lift
carpet.
by any chance?
Ivo!
Nice.
Ah, the saviour of the worlds.
But it's not really saved, is it?
No, but we have given it a second chance.
At least now I know I don't have to be a mage to make a difference.
I never thought you were a particularly fantastic mage anyway.
Hey!
But why should you have to be a mage? You're inventive, you're tenacious, you don't need magic.
Archmage Alistair said that when you cooperate and remain persistent, you can accomplish more than any individual ever could. Even more than he can.
Perhaps that's your task, to bring people together and lead by good example.
I could at least give it a try. We've paid a high price. Alistair is gone. We can't find Remy anywhere, and Captain Nate...
Yes, a high price indeed.
Alistair said one best honours the dead by living your own life the way they would have wanted you to.
Perhaps we're already doing that. You're looking after Timmy, and since Nate's gone, Critter hardly leaves my side. Ow!
Oh, everything all right?
It was just the little pirate in here. He's a fighter, just like his father.
We'll think of something. After all, we saved the Archmage.
That was completely different.
You mean there's no hope at all? None?
Wait, how does Lunesta come into play with this? What?
There is always hope.
Wow, Lunesta or Gandalf on top of the tower, whichever. Ah, okay. Well, that's a good ending, assuming a part 3 comes. But since this was, I think, this was something like 2014 or maybe 2016, it's still been several years. So unless they're working on it and gonna finish it soon, I feel like we may not get another game out of this series. But, well, there you go. Book of Unwritten Tales 2. We just finished it. Excellent. It felt like we were getting close to end game. I just wasn't sure how far, so. All right, so as with the previous games, I really enjoyed it. A lot of cultural references, a lot of humor, makes it always entertaining. It is a little... It seems like this second game, or part 2, whatever, third game in the series, is a little buggier than I would have expected. Not super bad, but there were places where, like I mentioned, right? The voice sound sometimes would just get so muffled that you could almost not hear it. But then if you do exactly the same thing, like choose the same dialogue choice again, it would then be full volume. So there are things like that. They're just little oddities. And this was made, I believe, before really a lot of the more modern social justice stuff really got its legs. So there's a little bit of snark in reference to that, but there's snark in the reverse direction too. So I think it's fair game, and I think it was a nice balance between them. It's not an easy thing to do social critique and not offend a particular group. So I think they did a good job with balancing that out. I don't think that any of their snark toward some of the social changes or developments over the past few years was something that would have gotten them canceled. So I don't think that's what prevented this from going into a third game. I feel like either the company did not do well and has kind of gone out of business, possible, I hope not, or they moved on to a different project that I just am not aware of right now, or they're in the process of working on the next game and just have not gotten where they wanted to get with that. Either way, it was pretty fun. I enjoyed it. While the credits play out, I'm going to go use the bathroom really fast again. I'll be right back. Yeah, I think these are probably all supporters who help them on Patreon, or if it was Kickstarter, then on Kickstarter or whatever, to help them fund a lot of their work. Yeah, so there are several other games that we could play now that we've finished with this. Ones, in particular, others from Halloween. I am not sure which I want to do next. I think we're probably going to go to medium next. I think that's the next game we'll probably do. Because, well, I mean, I don't care about positioning, but I think on Fridays we're gonna shift over to medium next, and it'll still probably be a little while until we're there. But once we're far enough, or once we finish, I should say, get even, then I think Saturday nights, or the last stream of the weekend that I typically do, will be for the Sinking City. So we'll do that one again. But I think medium is the next on order for this stream. And then we're doing the splitting right now as the next stream for this weekend, right? Whenever it is we finish the splitting. Now we finished chapter 1, we're on chapter 2. We finished chapter 2 and also chapter 3. I'm just going to do the whole series. We finished chapter 2 and also chapter 3. Then I think we'll probably transition into another one of the games that we did while I was, or we did on Halloween that I've not finished yet. There are several of those we could do. I'm feeling like we might do Grey Dawn. There are several others, of course. There's Beyond the Invisible. That's another point and click one. Although I think I'm going to take a little bit of pause from point and clicks. This was point and click. We've got sort of point and click with the splitting, although not really. But we had previously done the I don't remember what it's called now. Something Darkness Comes. No. I don't remember. The point and click we did earlier, where it was the one woman looking for, like, trying to find her sister and then investigating into her family's history. So that one we'll do at some point, but I'm going to take a break from point and clicks because we've done a lot of those, or a relatively high number of those lately. So I'm going to take a pause from those for a bit. We'll do them this year in 2023, just not right on the heels here. We're going to do some other style games in the meantime. So the medium here, Grey Dawn probably will be the next one after we finish the splitting series, and then we'll be doing Get Even. After Get Even, we'll go into Sinking City. We'll kind of progress like that and see how things go. Now, I don't know if I've officially said it, but just so that you are aware, the entire month of May, well, pretty much, I'll be gone. So I'll be gone from May 4th, I fly out, and I will not fly back until May 31st. So I believe it's 4 weekends I will miss there. So the stream will be on hiatus for a month while I visit my father again. So, but we're not there yet. We still have another 4 weekends, right? We have this weekend and then 3 more in April. So anyway, so that gives you an idea of what's coming up for that. But, I mean, I have full confidence, other than maybe something like the Sinking City, or there's another one that I think is probably going to be a bit longer too, I think. Anyway, there are a couple of games I think are going to be a bit longer, so those may or may not get finished decently soon. Like, I think the Sinking City might take us all the way to like August or something. Just depends. I don't know how long it is. I'm really not sure. So I would imagine Get Even probably will finish sometime by the end of April, I would guess, but obviously I don't know. Anyway, I also would like to do a little, depending, we'll have to see how much progress we make on horror games that I'm trying to catch up on, or for trying to finish playing. But if it looks like by maybe midsummer, if it looks like we're mostly caught up or mostly done with stuff from this past live stream. I feel like I might just shift a little bit and do a couple of games that are not horror, that are also not point and click, that I've wanted to do for a while. So one of those, for example, would be Ori and the Will of the Wisps. Some stuff like that. So we'll just have to see how that goes, though. So yeah, I don't know. I don't usually give ratings, but...
Need a hand?
What the what? Holy duplication, Batman. 3, 4, 5. Okay. Shh, it's okay. Stop. It's okay. It's okay. All right. That was an interesting ending. I do wonder with something like that. It seems pretty clear that they had some idea in mind, at least for the next game. Whether they're there or not yet, obviously it looks like they've not finished the next game for sure. But it does look like they for sure had some kind of a plot idea in mind. So if they ever do a third, then I guess we'll find out where they were going with that. Yeah. So we have Last Door Season 2, but that's point and click again. I'm taking just a pause. Not a long one, but a pause from that. So we've got Martha is Dead. The Medium I was going to go to for sure. We have Song of Horror also. Let me pull it up if I can, just to make sure that I am not forgetting something. So 22 was the year that we started them. Okay, so the different games. Yeah, Last Door Season 2. The Deep Sleep series, also point and click. Okay. Grey Dawn I was talking about. Get Even we're doing. Sinking City I mentioned. Darkness Within 2 is also point and click. The Splitting we're in the process of doing. The Medium. Song of Horror, Beyond the Invisible, and Martha is Dead. Yeah, we don't have all that many more that I've not already named. So I'm not taking a complete like 6-month hiatus from doing point and clicks. I wanted to kind of toggle between them, right? So we do point and click, then we do a not point and click, then we do a point and click, then a not point and click, so that you don't get burnout on point and click as much. Yeah. So I think we'll stick with what I was saying. True Fear was the series I'd been talking about before that I couldn't remember the name of it. True Fear, Forsaken Souls. Anyway, so Beyond the Invisible. Yep. So I don't think anything different than what I was saying. I think we're going to stick with what I was suggesting. So the next game at this same time slot, a week from now, is going to be The Medium. Okay. And then after we finish The Splitting, we're going to go into Grey Dawn. And after we finish, whenever it is, Get Even, then we'll go into The Sinking City. That will be most of our big games, I think, when we finish those. Well, Grey Dawn probably isn't all that big, but those will be pretty much all the bigger games. We finished Plague Tale Innocence already, so we'll be doing Sinking City and Get Even. Those are another couple bigger ones, although, again, I don't know how long big Get Even is. And then The Medium. And then beyond those, we'll just have Song of Horror and Martha is Dead. Those are the only other two that are going to be really sizable, generally speaking, other than point and clicks by nature take longer because you have to try to figure things out, unless you follow a walkthrough the whole way, which I like to avoid as much as possible. So anyway, so that gives you an idea. It shouldn't be too bad. I don't think there's going to be any serious issue with getting done by the time we hit Halloween. Unlike last year, where I struggled to get stuff done in time, I think this year we're definitely getting done by Halloween. The question will just be if we can get other stuff from previous years squeezed in after the fact. But some of that will or won't be something I will worry about. So we have Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, especially since Bloodlines 2 seems to have been super delayed, if not just completely abandoned at this point. I'm not sure. But other than that, I also have from so not 2022, but from 2021, I still have In Sound Mind and Outlast both. At least both of those still to play at some point. I'm not in a rush to do them per se, but those might be something we try to squeeze in. But again, things like Ori and the Will of the Wisps, I would like to do as a little bit of breaking up some of the horror that I've been doing. So we'll see how that goes. At least Monkus isn't alone anymore. Yeah. I liked at the very end, also as they were falling, but especially like at the very end where they showed him like fall out of the cavern ceiling and down into the lake, right? It was very Balrog-esque, Balrog and Gandalf-esque from Lord of the Rings. So yet another, that's I think at least the third just tonight, nod to Lord of the Rings that we've seen. So that was cool. Yep. So I very much enjoyed it. Okay, so the splitting tomorrow, so it'll be about 11 and a half hours from now, we'll do the splitting. Continue that. And tomorrow night, so like 21 and a half hours from now, we'll continue with Get Even. Thanks for stopping by. Sula, DKS, Monmouth, and if Philfox showed up at all also. Till next time, peace.
Poor spider.
This freaking boy. Oh, that's so sad.